Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Lions are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against a Seahawks team that wants to keep the running game in check.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Yeah, quick throw here, that's complete. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there, not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
You fuck.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Yeah, that's cool.
On third down, Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
Yeah, I'm playing that nigga know how to block shit.
Down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On second down, Wilson. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
Yeah,
Second down, the ball on the 2 here. Second and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Second down, here's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Third and goal, Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And his kick is indeed good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Stafford. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Lockett. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right near the 39. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
I heard that shit before.
Now Wilson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll give it here to his running back. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example.
They killed him last year.
Good run stop.
They killed him last year. Motherfucking, what's that nigga name? Nigga over there, motherfucking,
from the gun, 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Had it killed him last year.
He had his hands on it for a moment, but
2 years, yeah, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah, 2 3 years ago.
Right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Yeah, screw you, boom.
This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Throwing is Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there.
This nigga with this block shit is like glitchy, dog. Like, this is crazy.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep.
But look at this shit. I got the video up, bro. I got the video up. Look at this shit, bro.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Back to throw. Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
They'll run it down out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. To throw on second down is Stafford.
Yeah.
Finding his safety valve here. That's
clock,
complete.
first game, baby.
Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Stafford. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. Try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Damn sure was.
Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have
he got drafted at like 28, didn't he?
Point, they'll have the lead.
Didn't he get drafted at like 28, 29?
he's able to put it through.
No, he got drafted at. He got drafted at 28, bro.
Out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it.
So you gotta run screens in this
you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 64 yards. Now they try the right side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Stafford now to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Stafford finding his big tight end Ebron for a Lion first down.
Yeah, they got to interview a black nigga and shit. Right.
Now a first down throw. Stafford to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Stafford. Ebron caught left side. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A toss play, Gordon. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. Finding room to the 20. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
After that nice game there, for the rest of the game, the defense is going to have to respect the running backs as passing threats as well.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Riddled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. And he's got it up and through. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught at the 25.
Fuck out of here.
And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. This one is right through. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Yes.
Now Wilson on second down. And left side here, it's Graham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Seahawks on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Eight yards to go here on second down.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Ebron's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Stafford now on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Damn.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Always got some breathing room. Space to run past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away.
Yes, sir.
This will be taken in at the 1.
So high.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Graham. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And now a first down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Second down now after the pass completion. And the D looking like they may blitz. On second down, Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
Oh my goodness, sit there, bro. You gotta jump, man.
Down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got it.
Fucking
so the 2-point conversion is good,
man.
and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Everything, bro.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that 1st down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Nigga, take that shit
He
off.
got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But
I'm
I
going
think
march down the
sometimes
field
those big
every
guys on
5 yards.
offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle
Yo, this
moves.
nigga,
They
go
get you
ahead,
to jump.
nigga. Right. Man, field goal range in a minute, bitch.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Bro.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about
24-21 him. I got the ball,
the
6
guys who
minutes
just
left.
gave up that play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Gordon. Powerful running. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back to throw, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now it's Stafford. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things. Working his way for a gain of 7 to 26. Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be from 56 yards out. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the
dry stuff going on around here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Oh, my God. Come on, Stafford. Oh, my. Come on, bro.
4th down.
Wide open. How you miss that? Come on, man.
Inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And now here's a carry heading left. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Looking deep here for Ebron.
That's the ball, bro. Just the come on, man.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Lions on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he connects with Ebron. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be first down Lions. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Stafford. And he's got room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now it's Stafford. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Hey, that's crazy. Where Lansdowne at, bro? Huh? Vic? Where Lansdowne at? Huh? That's not your job. Yeah, this is nice right here. The Lansdowne crew. Yeah, this shit fire.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.
Yes.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gault.
You want to play with my team? Yes. Yeah, that what you call shit nutty, man. That motherfucking on that D-line shit. Cause you know this nigga stopped my running game crazy, bro. Hell yeah. Every time I ran it, Every time I ran that shit, the nigga block shit was like stupid, bro. Like when I say stupid, I'm saying stupid, bro. I couldn't get no which call. I just had to hit this nigga with all screens and shit. And I don't like keep on doing the same shit all over the whole fucking game. Nah, I lost by a touchdown. I I tried to kick the, cause I was down 10. I tried to hit the field goal, and then kick the onside. I missed the onside. Yo, you only sent me one. You talking about? I'm thinking.
That's the only one I found so far.
Kitchen nice.
That whole crib
It is. What the basement look like? You know that's gonna be my motherfucking lair. You know the basement gonna be my lair. Get some fucking dogs with this shit. Right. That shit's. That shit. Oh, that's. And that nigga played on the whole game, man. Like, what the fuck? That shit's crazy.
You about to look at that again or no? You sending it to Ed?
You know, he with whatever I'm with. I'm great. Alright, fellas, I'm ready to hop off this shit.